Do you ever find yourself tossing and turning at night, struggling to get a good night's sleep? Sleep, as it turns out, is one of the essential elements of our lives, a golden chain that binds health and our bodies together. It's not merely a time when your body and brain shut off. While you rest, your brain stays busy, overseeing a wide variety of biological maintenance tasks that keep you running in top condition and prepare you for the day ahead. When we talk about overall health, we often think about diet and exercise, but sleep should also be a part of that conversation. Sleep plays a pivotal role in cognitive function. It's during these precious hours that our brain forms connections that help us process and remember new information. But it's not just about remembering where you left your keys. A lack of sleep affects our mood, our ability to focus, and even our physical health. Sleep deficiency is linked to an increased risk of heart disease, kidney disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, and stroke. Now, let's talk about some of the common sleep problems. Insomnia, or the inability to fall asleep or stay asleep, is a common sleep disorder that can make it hard to get the rest you need. Sleep apnea, on the other hand, is a serious sleep disorder that occurs when a person's breathing is interrupted during sleep. And then there's restless leg syndrome, a disorder that causes an irresistible urge to move your legs, typically in the evenings or nights when you're sitting or lying down. These issues can rob us of the restorative sleep we need, but it's not all doom and gloom. The good news is that understanding these problems and the role of sleep in our lives is the first step towards improving our sleep habits. So if you've been struggling to catch those much-needed Z's, stick around. We're going to dive deeper into the world of sleep, debunk some common sleep myths, and provide you with tips for a better night's sleep. Understanding the role of sleep in our lives is the first step towards improving our sleep habits. Have you ever heard that you can catch up on lost sleep over the weekend, or that snoring is harmless? These are just a couple of the many sleep myths that circulate in our society, and it's high time we put them to rest. Firstly, let's tackle the idea of catching up on sleep. It's a common belief that if we skimp on sleep during the week, we can make up for it by sleeping in on the weekends. However, our bodies don't operate on a balancing system when it comes to sleep. The effects of sleep deprivation, such as impaired cognitive function and mood disorders, cannot be reversed by a couple of extra hours of sleep on the weekends. Consistency is key in maintaining a healthy sleep cycle. Next up is the myth that snoring is merely a harmless, albeit annoying, characteristic of deep sleep. While it's true that not all snoring is indicative of a serious problem, it can be a sign of sleep apnea, a condition where breathing repeatedly stops and starts during sleep. If left untreated, sleep apnea can lead to severe health complications, including heart disease and stroke. So if your or your partner's snoring is loud enough to rattle the windows, it might be worth discussing with a healthcare professional. Lastly, let's talk about the impact of electronic devices on our sleep quality. Despite the popular belief that scrolling through social media or watching TV helps us unwind before bed, the blue light emitted by these devices can actually interfere with our natural sleep cycle. This light suppresses the production of melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep, leading to difficulty falling asleep and lower quality of sleep overall. So rather than counting sheep or binge-watching your favorite series, consider establishing a screen-free routine before bedtime. Perhaps reading a book, meditating, or listening to calming music could pave the way for a more restful night. Knowing the facts about sleep can help us make informed decisions about our bedtime routines. What if there were simple changes you could make to improve your sleep? Imagine that. Well, the good news is there are, and we're going to explore them together right now. First and foremost, maintaining a consistent sleep schedule is key. Try to go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. This helps regulate your body's natural clock, also known as your circadian rhythm. Consistency can greatly improve your sleep quality as your body learns to anticipate sleep and wake times. Next, let's talk about your sleep environment. It's not just about having a comfortable bed, although that's certainly important. It's also about creating a restful atmosphere. That means keeping the room dark, quiet, and at a temperature that's comfortable for you. Consider using earplugs, a sleep mask, or a white noise machine if needed. Even the smallest amount of light or noise can disrupt your sleep. Now, onto a relaxing bedtime routine. This is your time to unwind and signal to your body that it's time to sleep. This could involve reading a book, listening to calming music, or practicing a relaxation technique such as meditation or deep breathing. Avoid screens as much as possible before bedtime, as the light they emit can interfere with your body's production of melatonin, a hormone that signals your body to sleep. And speaking of things to avoid, we must address caffeine and alcohol. Both of these substances can significantly interfere with your sleep. Caffeine, a stimulant, can keep you awake, while alcohol, although initially sedating, can disrupt sleep later in the night as your body begins to process it. Try to avoid these substances close to bedtime, or consider cutting them out of your evening routine altogether. Implementing these tips might seem like a lot of change all at once, but you don't have to do it all immediately. Start with 1 or 2 changes, and once you've adjusted, add in another. Remember, the goal is to improve your sleep quality, not to create a list of rules that feels overwhelming. And let's not forget why this is so important. Good sleep is vital for our physical health, helping to repair and rejuvenate our bodies. It's crucial for our mental health too, improving our mood, memory, and cognitive function. It's not an overstatement to say that good sleep can transform our lives. So, are you ready to make a change? Are you ready to prioritize your sleep, and in doing so, enhance your overall wellness? I hope so. Because as we've seen, these simple strategies can make a world of difference in the quality of our sleep. Sleep isn't the only form of rest our bodies need. Have you considered the role of rest and recovery in your daily routine? Let's dig into this often overlooked aspect of wellness. Just like a car needs to refuel and undergo maintenance, our bodies require periods of rest and recovery to function optimally. And this extends beyond just sleep. Rest and recovery encompass a broad spectrum of actions, including taking breaks during the day, incorporating rest days into exercise routines, and practicing mindfulness and relaxation techniques. You see, when we engage in physical activity, we put stress on our bodies. This stress, while beneficial in moderation, needs to be balanced with periods of rest. That's where rest days come in. They provide your body with an opportunity to repair and rebuild, helping you to come back stronger and more resilient. It's not about being lazy. It's about giving your body the space it needs to rejuvenate and grow. In a similar vein, taking breaks during the workday is essential. Our brains aren't designed to focus for 8 straight hours. By incorporating short breaks into your day, you give your mind a chance to rest and reset, leading to increased productivity and creativity when you return to your tasks. And let's not forget about mindfulness and relaxation techniques. These practices, which include activities like meditation, deep breathing, and yoga, help to quiet the mind, reduce stress, and promote a sense of well-being. They're like mini vacations for your mind, providing a much-needed respite from the hustle and bustle of daily life. So the next time you're feeling worn out or overwhelmed, remember that rest and recovery are integral parts of wellness. They're not something to be brushed aside or postponed for when you have time. They're essential components of a balanced and healthy lifestyle. Implementing periods of rest and recovery can significantly improve our overall wellness. Improving sleep and incorporating rest into our routines isn't just about feeling better, it's about living better. Today, we've delved into the science of sleep, debunked common myths, and provided practical tips to enhance your slumber. We've underscored the significance of a good night's rest and the role it plays in our overall wellness. Remember, prioritizing sleep isn't an indulgence, it's a necessity. It's the key to our body's recovery, rejuvenation, and resilience. It enhances our cognitive function, emotional well-being, and physical health. It's not about counting the hours, but making the hours count. Rest, on the other hand, is the quiet hero of our day. It's the pause that allows us to gather our strength, process our experiences, and prepare for what's next. It's the silent partner to sleep in our journey towards better health and wellness. Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to subscribe for more wellness tips and check out the helpful links in the video description below. Good night, and may your sleep be peaceful and restorative.